What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? I got this taffy stuff in my mouth. I thought I'd be done chewing it by now, but it won't freaking go away. What's going on? Look at Bitcoin, guys. Look at Bitcoin. Let's get it. Let's get it. We're looking good, baby. Afternoon pump. Afternoon pump in full effect. All right, what do we need? We need to celebrate, guys. We need to celebrate. And in order to celebrate, what do we need? We need the house hippo pump, baby.
It's nighttime in a kitchen just like yours. All is quiet. Or is it? The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States. House hippos are very timid creatures and are rarely seen, but they will defend their territory if provoked. They come out at night to search for food, water, and materials for their nests. The favorite foods of the house hippo are chips, raisins, and the crumbs from peanut butter on toast. They build their nests in bedroom closets, using lost mittens, dryer lint, and bits of string. The nests have to be very soft and warm. House hippos sleep about 16 hours a day.
That looked really real, but you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you?
Make sure you do your research, guys. Don't fall for the house hippos. What do we got? The future is go. Rob, how you doing, my brother? Thanks for everything you do for this community. What's Gary's problem? Why is Gary choosing violence? Yeah, chose to wake up and just go on a wrecking spree. Gary is doing fantastic. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you something. Right? Let me drop some. Let me drop some knowledge on you real quick here, while we're talking about Gary. Okay, Gary going nuts. Why is Gary going nuts? Well, I mean, it's going nuts because I said so. No, it's going nuts because it's going nuts. But here's the thing, my friends. Okay, last night, if you were a Patreon member, you would have got in on this last night, because we, on the Patreon live stream last night, we jumped into this pretty heavy. Pretty much everybody over on the Patreon. And guess what? Everyone's in big profits now, right? That would have paid for your cup of coffee membership for years, right? Get your butts over to the Patreon, guys. You missed this whole thing. This whole thing. We broke above both resistance levels. Check it out. Boom, boom. Now, if we can close above 2057, that would be very, very bullish. Look at, we broke above our third resistance level, all the way up to 1 cent, and then wicked all the way back down again real quick. But absolutely fantastic, guys. This is why you need to be over on the Patreon, guys. Just last night, this here, imagine this would have paid It's the price of a cup of coffee. And look at the gains you would have made. My goodness. My goodness. Give your head a shake, my friends. Give your head a shake. All right, what's going on out there? We only got the one super chat so far to start the stream. Let's get this party started, shall we? Danny, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. William in the house. Line it up. Let's go. Blant is here. Cody, my dude. Twitch. Live during peak times. Love it. Bring the FOMO. Rob, absolutely. What do we got? We got 211 people here so far. We have 58 likes, guys. Let's get up to 100 likes. First off, Spuds, what's up, buddy? Tyler, the Patreon is killing it with the latest gem. Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Life on Mars. Yeah, I'm up over 100% on the gem from last night. That's how it's done, guys. That's how it's done. Kizza, you know what, Rob? $1.15. Ha! You must be losing faith in Zebek because it's supposed to be $1.20 today. H. Barbarina in the house. What's going on? Mario, good afternoon, y'all. Let's get it, baby. Absolutely. John, blessings, my friend. Good to see you once again. Guys, make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button on the way in. It helps the channel grow. It costs you absolutely nothing. So go ahead and check that out for me real quick. Also, the link to the Patreon is down below. If you want to get in on these gems before they pump like yesterday's did, you got to be over on the Patreon, guys. Take advantage of it. It's the price of a cup of coffee. The link's in the chat. Jake the Snake, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Little LL Cool J dropping on you. Lord of the Realm is in the house. Eat so tasty. Kizza, I don't know why, but I have been so patient to this point. Now I'm feeling rather impatient. Well, here's the thing. As we creep closer and closer to everything going full-fledged parabolic, anxiety starts to kick in on people, right? That anxiety, a lot of people start to feel like they don't want to mess it up. They're scared they're going to screw it up somehow. They just want it to kind of be over. They want to be able to just get their profits and get out so that they have that tangible, not just on paper wealth. So that's kind of what it is, right? You start to get that little bit of anxiousness. Lion's Den, if you don't hit the like, the market will crash and Rob will have to go back to professional wrestling. Wait, it'd be interesting. Yeah, if you don't hit the like button, it cancels the bull run. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but it's scientifically proven to be true. So, I mean, why risk it, right? Why risk the biscuit? Joy, good afternoon, good morning. What's going on? Beebs in the house. What's up, my dude? Over on both channels, showing some love. Jared just got to work, but I'll be here to not miss anything. Thanks to the morning lives, my hour drive to work isn't as boring anymore. There you go. Well, that's why I did it, right? It's all for you, man. It's all for you. OG Baban, 37 trillion in $100 bills, weighs 815,710,370 pounds. OG, I'm not going to be able to take your word for that. You're going to have to go ahead and send that over to me so that I can weigh it myself, right? So go ahead and do that. Gamecast, what's up, man? Just got 265K Nadix again. Rob, make up something about this project. At least say, guys, listen. Nadix is not even a question. Okay, it's not even a question. Literally, they design the technology behind Tesla's camera system. Okay, the road mapping system. Like, there is no doubt that Nadix is going to do phenomenal. Patience is key. Paul, good afternoon, buddy. Guys, if you're not in the Patreon, you're missing out. Don't say you were not warned. Yes, absolutely, man. Ditto, what's up, man? First Pokemon of the afternoon. Woo woo, getting excited. Absolutely. How's Zebek looking? I see a big cup and handle on the daily. No, it's not a cup and handle. A little bit of consolidation, though, is fine. A little bit of consolidation never hurt nobody. I see what you're saying on the cup and handle, but I mean, here's the thing about cup and handles that they don't talk about. It's a bullish structure, but cup and handles don't often actually play out, right? They don't often actually play out. I mean, I've been in crypto for 3 cycles, and I can't really, I've only seen cup and handles play out so many times. Majority of times they don't play out, right? So, but that's not saying that ZBEC is not looking bullish. It's holding support very nicely. It's a good DCA opportunity. If you do get a pullback down to 20427, that would be optimum DCAing time. Oh, House, what's the difference between the gems and the Patreon? Well, the page over on, are you asking about the membership on YouTube? If you want to be on the Patreon, you actually have to go over to the Patreon, not the Patreon tier on the on YouTube, right? The link to the Patreon is in the chat and it's in the pinned comments, right? And the difference is, I mean, you get to be part of the community, all the different chats that are buzzing. You get to be in on the coaching calls, the daily live streams, the open mic weekends that we have. So much over there. The buy and sell alerts, everything. Show me the money, honey. Beebs, what's up, buddy? David, commenting for the algo, most undervalued asset, crypto future. Haha, I see what you did there, brother. Thank you so much. Fuck, you have a better memory than me. What's your X handle? My X handle is, you know what? I will show my X handle. I'll show you my X. I'll show you my X, man. Okay, I'll show you my X. This is my X account right here, guys. Go follow me over on X. I do post exclusive stuff over there as well. So there you go. Crypto Future 99 at Rob Mass. Check it out today, guys. Don't miss out. Follow me over there. Hey, Rob. Do you think Jasmine will get a pullback? I mean, why does everybody ask me if something's going to pull back after it starts pumping when it's been consolidating forever? I think guys, listen, I mean, everyone seems to be used to the way things have been operating in the market for the last 2 years. We're about to go full send on altcoins. We're going to break, and I've said this before. When we get into a true altcoin season, you can just take technical analysis, throw it out the window, okay? It doesn't mean anything when everything's going parabolic, right? So do I think we're going to see a pullback? We might see a minor correction, but outside of that, altcoins are about to go completely nuts, right? Let's go have a look, okay? Let's go have a look here. All right. As you can see, the M2 is in a bull flag, getting ready to break out to the upside. So that's looking fantastic. I did a video covering that this morning. Let's go look at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance continuing its trajectory to the downside. Let's get rid of the M2 there. Continuing its work to the downside here out of the bear flag. Dropped below support and is now collapsing 59.60% and dropping. So that's the thing, guys. Total 2. Let's go look at the total 2. Look at that. Soaring, guys. Breakout out of the bull flag. Met resistance. Broke through. And we are in full send. Once we got through, I told you guys, once we got through the $1.51 trillion resistance, we were going to start to send, guys, and here we go. We're working our way up. So listen, like I said, when it gets into altcoin season and everything's going parabolic, you can pretty much throw TA out the window, right? You can pretty much throw it out the window. And I'm not saying it's not completely, invalid, but things go crazy without any rhyme or reason because that's the sentiment. That's where money's flowing, right? So Lion, what's up, buddy? Stop punching Rob in the nuts. Hit the like button. Yes, 291 people watching, 87 likes, guys. Come on, let's get those likes up. First goal, let's break through 100 likes. Let's get that happening first off, right? There she is, Gamma Goddess. Love the new times. Thank you, Rob, for all you do. I love our community. So excited for the wealth on the way to us. If you're not in the Patreon, you're missing out. Let's Get this money, fam. Yes. Speaking of which, we will be live over on the Patreon about 15 minutes after this live stream ends. We're going live over there, so make sure you guys are there for that. Penny Packer, is Pith considered DeFi? Like everyone's sleeping on it. Pith is actually an oracle like Chainlink, right? So that would be its classification. And I agree with you. Everyone is most certainly sleeping on it. Kevin didn't get any Gari, but all loaded up on the new gem. Nice. And in profits already. Join the Patreon. Get that gold at the end of the rainbow. Absolutely. Guys, we're dropping gems like they're freaking Tic Tacs over there. People are making money, and you're sitting on the sidelines going, I don't want to pay a cup of coffee, right? Crypto J505, what's going on, buddy? Sandy, Velo, yes, love Velo. Velo's a great project. Diz, what's up, man? Good to see you. Ty, good to see you. David, never mind. I found it. Charmander's in the house. Second Pokemon of the afternoon. Apprentice Alex says Patreon is worth it 100%. Jake the Snake, if you don't hit the like button, Roberto will have to hit you with the most famous wrestling move, the Nipple Twister 9000. It's over 9,000. Quentin, what's up, buddy? Tyler, who's the guy in the picture on your Twitter? That's me, Jack Stacked and Fanny Pack, brother. Rob, you hit the nail on the head. I am obviously terrified. Let's go. I'm so damn old. So is the Patreon on YouTube? No, it's a separate. Patreon is a separate thing. The reason, one of the benefits to Patreon is that YouTube censors a lot of the stuff that I'm allowed to say, and the live streams that we do over on the Patreon, and we do exclusive special guests live streams on Thursdays as well on the Patreon, is more of an unedited situation. Patreon doesn't edit what we can talk about, what I can say, or anything, right? So you get everything unedited, uncut, all that fun stuff. And we have open mic weekends where we turn the microphone and the camera over to you guys, right? Definitely worth it. William, we need a t-shirt that says WWCFD. What would Crypto Future do? Maybe that will be September's Patreon t-shirts, because we make t-shirts over on the Patreon. We actually have an edition, the latest edition of orders went in, and those will be coming out soon for everybody. We don't keep any of the profits for the t-shirts that we sell over on the Patreon. What we do is all the money, all the funds that are raised for the t-shirts that are purchased over on the Patreon, we take the profits and we do giveaways over on the Patreon for Patreon members. So yeah, so there you go. We don't keep any of the profits for the t-shirts. Yes, Kizza says separate app. Shane says Patreon is its own platform. Yes. Hey Rob, what do you think alt season will start? After Ethereum, let's go back to Ethereum. Let me show you. Altcoins will officially start going crazy, in my opinion. Once Ethereum breaks to the top of this white box. Once it breaks through $5,000 psychological level, the bottom of the box is the all-time high. The top of the box is $5,000. I think that's going to be a strong psychological kind of a point for Ethereum. But once it breaks through there, alts are going to go full send. So, in my opinion. Lizzie, what's going on? Everybody look in the mirror and point it at yourself and say, you are awesome. Absolutely. Amen to that. Amen to that. Corey Beebs, Russell is up. Yeah, we haven't looked at the Russell in a while, actually. Let's go look at the Russell. Good call, Beebs. Good call, man. Let's go back and look at the Russell. Now, if you don't know what the Russell is, guys, I know most of you guys who've been here for a while do, but the Russell is another metric that we use because it is basically the small cap stocks, right? And the reason that we look at the Russell is because it represents risk on appetite for investors. Now, as you can see, the Russell has completely broken to the upside here, right through what I would have pegged as resistance. I would have pegged this level right here as resistance, but we seem to have gotten right through it like nothing. Now, so this gives us an idea of the appetite for investors for risk on assets like altcoins, right? Now, why this is relevant, again, breaking out of a bull flag going, why this is relevant is because right here in this box that I have put up here for you, this is the last time in the last bull run. This is when the Russell went crazy last time, right? And what happened at the exact same time, most of you know the answer to this, but what happened at the exact same time that the Russell went crazy in 2021? Well, I'll show you what happened. At the exact same time, right here is what happened, right? Altcoins went crazy. So with the Russell breaking out, it reflects an appetite for risk on investments like your altcoins. So at the same time that the Russell breaks out, the altcoin, the total 2 and the total 3 generally break out at the same time. So just one more metric that we use on the channel. That's why you need to be subscribed here, guys, right? Big Mike, always got my back. Thank you so much, brother. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it, man. I love it, dude. You're always here for me. You always got my back, dude. I appreciate that. Miller Mountain, just showing love and gratitude. There you go. You can tell when people are making profits if they send the super chats, right? Absolutely fantastic. JD buying some Nadix just for the hell of it. There you go. 10% fee for the referral, Rob. There you yeah. I'll shoot it over to you as soon as eBay hits $1.20. Thank you for covering the M2 so much, Rob. Hey, no problem, man. I'm obsessed with that thing, but don't know how to read it for myself. Hey, no problem, brother. No problem. I like Strawberry Dragon. The Patreon family makes the roller coaster ride more fun and exciting. Yes, Lizzie. Hey, you are you awesome? You awesome people, get over to the Patreon. Get the help over there. Rob's got great hidden gems for you. There you go. Gain, what's going on, buddy? Is it a problem if BTC is going up while ETH is going up? I mean, will it affect? No. Here's the thing. When Bitcoin dominance drops, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin drops, right? That means that altcoins like Ethereum and the altcoins are outpacing Bitcoin in price appreciation, right? So, for example, I'll show you. Bitcoin dominance is going to continue to work its way down while the price of Bitcoin continues to work its way up. Now, if we look back in time here, this was the last bull run, the last altcoin season, okay? We had the Bitcoin dominance completely collapsing, okay? Now, that was around, the beginning of January, January to, it bottomed out around May, okay? So we saw Bitcoin dominance collapsing, all right? Now, at the same time, and I know a lot of people get this confused, they think because Bitcoin dominance is collapsing, that means that Bitcoin's price should be going down as well. And that's not the case, right? Because at the exact same time, this was happening on Bitcoin, right? Right around right here. This is where it started. Bitcoin dominance started to collapse right around here. And Bitcoin's price continued up, right? Then we had the summer correction and then it went like that. But the point is, right here is where Bitcoin dominance started to collapse in the 2021 altcoin season, right? Notice how Bitcoin's price still continued to go parabolic. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin's price is going down because Bitcoin dominance is going down. And at the exact same time, again, like I showed you guys, you go to the altcoins, what do you see? The altcoins doing the exact same thing. Right around here, December, look, this is where altcoins took off. December, January, right here, this is where Bitcoin dominance collapsed. Altcoins started going nuts. Same time Bitcoin was going nuts. So it's a misconception that when altcoin season starts or when altcoins start to go parabolic, that Bitcoin has to go down. That's not what happens. Bitcoin keeps going up as well, right? So, like I just showed you guys, right? So yeah. If Trump fails Russia's peace deal, will it drop? Potentially. We need a dollar to strengthen as we're getting less pounds with the conversion. I haven't taken profits yet. Where are we here? Sorry. I haven't taken profits yet. When I do, that super chat won't be no $5 bill. Looking forward to it, brother. Beebs, Arrow has been on it. Yeah, it's been going nuts, man. I noticed Arrow's been up like 15-20% every day for like a week. Finally hit my goal of 1 million ZBEC. Let's freaking go. There you go. Lizzie, hey Rob, can you please check out the TAI chart and let me know what's going on with it? If it's got good strength and going to do good things. TARS AI is going to do fantastic. There's no need to worry about that, but I'll look at the chart for you. I hold, for full transparency, I hold a crap ton of TARS AI. I got my still have my fibs on there. I still got my fibs on there. Yeah, you're trying to break out right now. Let me clean it up a little bit here. So you're trying to break out right now. You're not really at a significant level. This wasn't really a significant level of resistance. So once you get going here, you don't really have many strong. Here's the problem with TARS in the chart. There's no history here, right? So it's really difficult to really know for sure, to be able to read it. So whenever someone asks about a chart with very little history, it's like, I can't really tell you much, right? But what I can say is that we've very clearly been in a downward channel here for quite some time, right? So once we break this trend line to the downside, you are going to see a massive move to the upside, in my opinion. So that's what you're waiting for. You want to see this trend line break. Right now, it would have to be up around 7 cents, 8 cents. You'd have to break that. So you break that, you get up around 8.5, 9 cents. You're in full send mode. So it's coming. It's coming. All right, we're caught up in the chat. Bailey says, happy hump day. Thoughts on BCH and Litecoin? I think they have great communities. They're not tokens that I'm personally holding, but I do think they have massive communities. Litecoin will do very well because it does have a spot ETF application in, so I think that will likely get approved probably next year, and Litecoin will have a fantastic future for sure. BCH, I don't think they have a spot ETF application in, but Oho says, I'm done sucking at crypto. When I found Rob, he changed my life, and he changed yours. Rob Co. Just said it and forget it. You got me, Rob. I've got to learn how to use the Patreon. Yeah, jump aboard, man. Jump aboard. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. Join the family today, man. Join the family today. All right, let's get into the news. Wow, we haven't even touched the news. Just joined. Welcome to the family, House. Welcome to the family, my friend. We will be live over there shortly, so make sure you join us for the live over on the Patreon as well. Okay, so I thought that this story was funny, so I wanted to cover it. U.S. banks sound alarms over loophole letting crypto platforms pay interest. They don't want you to get interest on your crypto. I'm going to give you my opinion on this after I read it, but the Bank Policy Institute says platforms like Coinbase and PayPal are taking advantage of a gap in the Genius Act, a law signed in July of 2025 aimed at keeping stablecoins distinct from insured bank deposits. Under the law, issuers such as Circle and Paxos can't pay interest on stablecoin holders. But here's a catch. The restriction only applies to issuers, middlemen. The exchanges and payment apps that distribute stablecoins can still dangle generous yields to customers. Coinbase, for example, offers 4.1% APY on USDC, and PayPal offers 3.7 on PYUSD. So here's the funny thing. Banks are pissed off because exchanges are offering 4.1%. So Coinbase is offering 4.1%, right? You know why the bank is mad? It's not because the bank can't pay you 4.1% interest on your money when they hold it. It's because they don't want to. It's because they're making money off your money, and they don't want to cut into their profits to compete with crypto exchanges. So what's happening here is, instead of people leaving fiat money in their bank account and gaining 0.01% interest, they're moving it over to Circle stablecoin, staking it, and gaining 4.1% interest. So banks are pissed off because, again, it's not that they can't compete. It's that they don't want to, right? So they're crying foul because they're cheap. They want to continue making all the money. They don't want to pay you interest, right? They want to hold your money, tell you what to do with your money, they pay you 0.01% interest on your money, and then charge you a fee to hold your money, which counters the 0.01% interest. So basically you get nothing on your money. And then they take your money and they lend it to somebody else, and they make money off of your money on top of taking out loans against your money and making more money that way, right? But they can't offer you 4.1%. No. Au contraire, mon frère, right? So that's the problem banks have. It's not that they can't compete with crypto exchanges for APY. It's that they don't want to, right? But BPI claims these rewards could spark a major deposit exodus from banks. Like I just said, people are going to leave the banks with their fiat and put it into stablecoin, making it harder for lenders to fund loans and potentially drive borrowing costs higher. See, they're trying to say that if people take all their money out of the bank and they put it into stable coins and stake it for higher interest, then we gotta charge people higher fees for lending them money. We're victims, right? Carletta. Does anyone know where to? Oh, come on with the scams. The group cites a U.S. Treasury estimate suggesting the outflows could swell to $6.6 trillion if nothing happens. To head off the risk, BPI wants lawmakers to rewrite the Genius Act so it covers secondary market players. So banks say, this isn't fair. We don't want to compete with interest rates that exchanges are giving out. You should go rewrite the bill for us so we can make money. And I'll bet you Elizabeth Warren is the first one sounding that alarm bell. Without that fixed, the group argues the incentives to shift funds out of banks will persist, creating what it sees as a long-term stability problem for the financial system. For now, the rewards remain legal, but with the banking industry pushing hard for new restrictions, the fight over stablecoin yields could become, you know what, if I was Trump, I would look at the banks publicly and I would say, you know what, guys? There's no law stopping you from competing with the APY that the exchanges are offering. There's no law stopping you guys from doing it, right? So have at her. Why should we change an already written law when you can just compete? Because that's what business is, right? Isn't that what the business is? Am I wrong? Right? Compete. Don't complain. Don't ask for laws to be changed in your favor. Compete for the customer. Remember them? Remember the customer? The important people? Jake the Snake, the banks can cram it. Yep, exactly. The morning after guy, I hold 7.2 billion of MOG. I'm still in profit, but breakout will be quite lovely, if I may say so. There you go. Cryptus, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, I thought that was hilarious. The banks are crying foul, right? banks are sobbing and crying because they don't want to compete. Nope. They tried to crush exchanges. It didn't work, and now they're crying to change the laws in their favor. Economic growth will be even better if rates are aligned with the fundamentals, says Joe. I don't even know how to say his last name. Check it out.
Secretary Scott Bessent suggesting overnight that the Fed should be open to cutting rates by 50 basis points at its next meeting in September. For more on rates, inflation, the economy, the latest trade developments. Let's bring in Joe Lavorgna, counselor to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. When did that happen?
What's that?
So you have an official capacity now. Can you speak freely?
Yes, of course. I always have, Joe.
Kind of, but I don't know if you can speak totally freely. Okay, for example, the 15% export tax on NVIDIA. You're a free market guy, conservative. Doesn't that sort of rub you the wrong way?
President Trump is trying to protect U.S. business and industry. We're in negotiations with China. We'll have to see how things play out, but I don't want to specifically comment on
two specific companies.
One company.
Two specific companies pay 15% of their revenue to the federal government in a specific industry.
This is, Joe, a very complicated issue with trade.
But I understand.
Joe, but, so you can't. Okay. I mean, let's be fair. You have to. This is a very specific
How about
issue
the
on trade, and there's a lot of national security concerns at play. So,
well, apparently not. If you pay 15%,
there's a lot there to unpack.
Can I just throw one other thing in? Apparently, your boss this morning, I don't know if you just saw this, because the headline's just crossing, where Scott Bessent said that the NVIDIA chip export tax could be a model for others, for other industries.
At least it'd be not a single one-off situation then.
So that would be the upside.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
The downside version of it was people would say, my God,
industrial policy.
This is true industrial policy. If we're now saying this is not just a one-off,
I just want to as the secretary said many times, and this is important, national security is economic security is national security. So I think we need to just step back and take a more holistic, integrated, detailed approach.
If the BLS numbers were rigged, and in fact, it wasn't a weak number, then why would Secretary Bessent be saying we need a 50 basis point cut? They're either rigged or they're not.
No, that's not true. So I think the thing is, the secretary and the president want a more rigorous quantitative set of standards for the data. And there's no question that when you have a Six Sigma event in the last month of the revisions, there's concerns about data quality. In the private sector, you talk to many analysts, and they're always sort of circumspect on the payroll data, given the propensity for massive revisions.
I think it's terrible data and antiquated, but I'm just saying I don't think that the BLS commissioner rigged the data to make the president look bad.
Well, I understand that, but
you think it was rigged?
Well, here's the thing, Joe. If you look at the pattern of revisions, you've had consistent downward revisions for the last couple of 3 years, except for a brief period last fall, we had upward revisions. Then you have a multi-sigma deviation in the last couple of months. People start to question the integrity of the data.
Yeah, but
so
the big 800,000 revision was before the election.
No, but it wasn't. And it got revised up over the following months. No, the data got revised up in October, November. Anyway, the point is we do need good data. The trend in payroll growth has slowed, and this is what is important. This is what the secretary was alluding to, is that interest rates by the Fed's own standards are well above neutral. They're well above even the highest dot on the histogram in terms of rates. And if you look at what's
Jeremy Siegel wants to use Fed funds versus where the 10-year is.
Sensitive sectors of the economy are the weakest, and certainly would warrant lower interest rates.
I was bolstering your point. He wants to use where Fed funds are versus where the 10-year or the 30-year is. We're sharply.
Well, not just that. The market has been saying for 3 years that monetary policy is too tight because the 10-year has been trading below the Fed funds target, the upper end of the target. So I can understand the president's frustration.
Okay. No, I'm going to go a different direction on you. I want to go back to BLS for just half a second, which is the new, or at least nominated BLS director, says that he is cool with the quarterly figures. He's just not cool with the monthly figures. Now, by the way, that actually makes sense to me, which is to say that, The quarterly numbers hopefully are right because they've had time to catch up. The monthly figures seem to clearly be inaccurate. I don't know if they're politically motivated inaccurate, but that's the point. If the quarterly numbers are cool, and we can, I think, agree that we could maybe modernize the system so we're not getting this sort of crazy lags. But it suggests that the numbers ultimately are not being politically manipulated. Do you agree?
The key point, Andrew, is that people want to have confidence in the numbers. And just the pattern of revisions and the magnitude of revisions makes people, just from a statistical standpoint, wonder about the integrity of the data, whether it's a major mismeasurement issue. And certainly the BLS, I think, historically has been slow in sort of adapting new technologies and techniques to try to better measure the economy. That's something EJ, I think, would be very good at trying to have a more structured approach.
Question. You know, there's a question about the credibility of the numbers because of these delays, which I think is a technology problem, maybe incentive problem, and other things about how it's collected. What you don't want is the numbers to be politicized, polarized, and whatnot. EJ's history is such that he's obviously part of the Heritage Group, Project 2025. So for some people in the country, they're going to look at that and think about it in a sort of political prism, which is something you don't want. But there's another issue, which is the issue of expertise. And maybe we decided that expertise is out the window, but his history is not as somebody who has done polling and research and things of that sort.
No, but EJ, with a PhD in economics, understands statistics. And the data ultimately, if the data don't get revised as much and they're more accurate and match GDP, that's all the commissioner, that's all EJ would want. So what his background is has no bearing on the competency of how good a job
and he's not going to
the numbers will. The numbers will bear that
They
out.
say the commissioner doesn't do anything anyway, just oversees.
But that may be the problem, Joe, and that you need somebody to make a real effort and try to get better, better quality data.
There's a lot of pressure for lower rates, obviously, and now we are hearing that the list of potential replacements for Jay Powell is expanding. So
11 people. Leisman just broke some news of the 3 new names.
Exactly. The worry is that the president is a real estate guy and wants lower rates so much that he's going to put someone in that maybe is too dovish. And I made the point that Jimmy Carter, do you think Jimmy Carter liked G. William Miller or did he like Volcker? Volcker turned into the hero demigod of all time because he basically went to 21.5% interest rates and crushed the economy. G. William Miller would have given President Trump everything he wants.
I don't know about that, Joe. But
he's the clown prince.
But back then, you had interest rates or 10-year notes.
Does the president? 15, will the president 20%. Let someone do what needs to be done for inflation?
But we've just established that the market
in
rates
the future
are below.
Okay, in the future.
But the market's forward-looking, and long-term rates are well below the funds rate.
Right.
And again, by the Fed's own admission, monetary policy is extremely
tight.
The
J.D. Vance administration, starting in 29.
But this is a hypothetical several years from now.
I was throwing you a bone there, my friend.
No, but my point is that the Fed's models have been broken. The Fed's inflation forecasts have been off. That's just.
But you think the president would be okay if someone said, "Look, I'm worried about inflation for whatever reason. We need to tighten rates." You think he'd be okay with that? He wouldn't fire him.
Yes, absolutely. No. Well, the president has said that rates should come down. Right. And if there's a mistake, then the Fed could reverse. And if you look at interest-sensitive parts of the economy, housing, autos, areas of manufacturing, they've been soft. And certainly lower rates would help. And by the way, the president, who was mocked at the time back in 2018 about lower rates, turned out to be exactly correct.
Probably right this time, too.
And the economy grew 3.4%, almost 3.5% in 19, and inflation was low and falling.
But all the pressure maybe caused the Fed to be unable to cut rates. It could have been.
Well, if the Fed, Joe, if the Fed is data dependent.
How could Powell cut at the last meeting with all the pressure from the president?
Because I can tell you why. If you look at the Fed's forecast and headline inflation in March, they forecasted 2.7. It came out at 2.5. In June, they went from 2.7 to 3.0. Headline inflation went from 2.5 to 2.4. Their forecast error actually got wider. And by the way, Governors Waller and Bowman dissented for rate cuts that July.
First time in 50 years or so.
30 years.
I got a complicated.
50,
I got a hard one for you. Do you think that Jan Hatzius should be fired from his role at Goldman Sachs? Because that's effectively what the president of the United States, who is your boss, suggested yesterday on Truth Social.
I think he should, because he never comes on this show. He doesn't come on this show.
Executives should be due. That's That's their own prerogative, so I'll leave it there.
Well, how do you actually? But here's a separate question, because I think business executives watch our broadcast and they think to themselves, and I think this is probably true of David Solomon, actually. He says to himself, I like some of the president's policies. I don't like some of the other policies. But what I really don't like is the president coming after me personally, telling me I should go be a DJ permanently or that I should fire my economist. And I think that one of the things that's sort of in that thought process is, if you say you're going to support American business, especially with foreign countries and other companies that are competing against us, don't go after our own people. What do you think of that? The
president is incredibly non-conventional and highly effective. People know when he's sort of, trolling and being
this is
I think that's about it.
This is crying about the mean tweets 2.0. You're still
all I'm saying is, if you are an executive and your name is mentioned in one of these things, you don't think that he's just razzing you.
I wouldn't like.
You think it is not a good situation.
But
that's what it is.
Mean tweet. We're back to mean tweets.
Yeah, I mean, look, the thing, Andrew, I would say is.
By the way, he's giving us a lot to talk about on this broadcast, so Mr. President, thank you.
I don't want to mean. But this is social.
That's my point.
You might get one.
I might get one.
I might have got one. The president has been so accurate and so visionary on so many things in terms of getting foreign capital to come back, how the tariffs have played out. I mean, he's really been correct time and time again. And you're seeing it. The economy rebounded in the second quarter. Growth in the third quarter looks good. Growth will be even better if rates are aligned with the fundamentals. Inflation's falling. I mean, all these good things that the president has put in place, people need to be mindful of. You're seeing very tight credit spreads. There's low recession risk. So there's a lot of good stuff.
I have to tell you, he's a very good spokesman for this president.
Oh, it's very kind of you.
I think what I said right at the top, he definitely is a different Joe Livornia now, and that's okay.
Oh, God. All right. What else do we have? Old house, man. I've got a lot of stuff to catch up on. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff over there, brother. Working 18-hour shift to catch up. There you go. Wendy, good morning. Oh, in Australia. Jake the Snake, Tom Lee, $7,500 price target for Ethereum might be too low. I dig it. Also, Zebek posted hints about some developing news coming soon with hockey teams and NBA teams. Ooh, that would be great. Kizza, let Zebek handle the payroll data. Absolutely. I agree 100% with that, man. Dollar weakness pushes European traders to rethink crypto holdings. In the first half of 2025 alone, the greenback fell roughly 11% against major currencies, marking its worst mid-year drop since early 1970s. This downturn has left euro-based traders facing an invisible cost. Even when crypto prices in dollars remain stable, currency conversions back to the euro can erode returns. The shift has encouraged more market participants to transact in their own currency rather than relying on U.S. settlements. On European exchanges, euro-quoted crypto pairs are gaining traction. Data from Kaiko shows liquidity in Ethereum euro markets has doubled in the past year. While trading in the U.S., tether pairs is gradually declining. For many investors, this change is about reducing exposure to volatile exchange rates rather than making a speculative currency bet. Shannon, thanks for the swing, Rob. Got more dry powder. You the man. Hey, absolutely, brother. Benefits of being a Patreon member. Absolutely. The strategy offers a simple advantage. Keeping transactions and holdings in euros avoids losses caused by weakening dollars, making profits more predictable in home currency terms. Alongside the trading shift, demand for euro-backed stablecoins has been accelerating, although their market shares remain small compared to the USD peg stablecoins. Growth has been noticeable. Circle's EURC and Stasis EURS have posted double-digit gains in market cap this year, lifted the total euro stablecoin supply towards 600 million. So people are not liking the swap here from US to euro. They're losing money. While the euro is gaining ground, analysts say the dollar's role in crypto is far from over. USD-backed stablecoins still dominate global liquidity, representing a majority of the $250 billion stablecoin market. Their scale, integration into exchanges, and backing by U.S. treasuries makes them deeply embedded in the ecosystem. Still, the steady rise of euro-based assets hints at more diversified future. As Europeans build out its own infrastructure, I don't know, but they're making it a lot harder out in Europe right now. The government is. Crypto's still under attack out there, right? Even stablecoins. So it's not so easy as it is in the U.S. right now, which is a weird thing to say given the last couple of years of attacks that we've seen taking place. But yeah. All right, let's go have a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum again. See what's going on. Bitcoin, look at that juicy candle, guys. $122,672. Can we close a daily candle here, guys? If we do, holy smokes, could we see a move up? Very, very nice. Ethereum looking good, $4,719. All signs point to Jupiter, my friends. Listen, I got to get over to the Patreon. We're going to continue the live over there. Carlos says, Rob, Gary and Snail is going to make us all rich. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to jump over to the Patreon. We're going to continue the live stream over there, guys, for the Q&A part. Get over there. You got questions you need answered. You need education. You need training. You need to get in on these swing trades. You need microcap gems. Everything you need. You need the shakes to make you quake. We got the fries that'll cross your eyes, my friends. The link is down below in the description. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the chat. It's everywhere you want to be. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys over at the Patreon. God bless.